Lancashire's bowlers fought back brilliantly on the second day of the LV County Championship match with high flyer Somerset in Liverpool. Lancashire could only make 129 for 5 on a rain-affected first day, and wickets were soon falling on the second morning, with Gareth Cross being trapped in front by Alfonso Thomas with the 9th delivery of the day. Debutant Andrea Agathangalou took a while to get going, but once he did, he looked relatively comfortable at the crease, and he and Kyle Hogg were able to add what turned out to be an important 24 runs for the 7th wicket. That partnership was ended with a total on 153 as Hogg on 13 placed a ball from Thomas into the hands of Nick Compton. Bowler and fielder combined again to get rid of Glenn Chappell. The Lancashire skipper departed with 6 runs to his name. Agathangalou now tried to stick out with the tail, playing some neat strokes as he did so. But having started his championship career with 24, he was the 9th man out, edging Steve Kirby to Peter Trigo, who was unable to add to his 4 wickets from the first day. Instead, it was Kirby who finished off the innings as Simon Kerrigan edged to James Hildreth. Lancashire were all out for 185, with Trigo taking 4 for 49 and Thomas 4 for 63. It appeared to be an under par total, but Chappell then removed Errol Sapaya for a golden duck, with a ball which was deflected back onto his stumps by the batsman. Marcus Trescothick, in his first championship innings since mid-April, fell in Chappell's second over to a good ball and an even better catch by Stephen Moore. That left Somerset on 4 for 2 just before lunch, and just after it, Ajmal Shahzad nearly did for Hildreth, who was lucky not to be bowled off the inside edge. Hildreth also had a life early on when a flashing edge was put down by Ashwell Prince, although it certainly wasn't an easy one. Like all other sides across the country, Lancashire knew that the big wicket was the one of the country's most consistent batsmen, Compton. And it was Kerrigan who got him for his 100th first-class wicket in his 31st match, Compton missing a sweep shot to go LBW for 22. Somerset do, of course, have a phenomenal middle order, and so they won't have been too worried about being on 50 for 3. They beat Warwickshire recently from a much worse position than that. With Hildreth and Craig Keyswetter remaining positive, they won't have given up thoughts of a good first innings lead. Keyswetter smashed 150 in that win over the leaders, but this time his attempts to hit Kerrigan out of the attack backfired as he squirmed a catch to Paul Horton on 16. Then, next ball, Shahzad removed Hildreth off pole. He was out for 45 and left with his side on 89 for 5. There followed a break for rain, but soon after the resumption, Trigo, having just hit a couple of meaty boundaries, got a leading edge off Shahzad to Stephen Croft. He made 17. Joss Butler was working hard at the other end, and he should have given Chappell his 3rd wicket with a nick to first slip, which was dropped. But Lancashire kept their heads up, and Kerrigan, who'd been given some advice by the man he's keeping out of this team, Gary Keady, trapped Thomas in front for his 3rd wicket. Butler, meanwhile, had played well within himself on what is a tough surface to play shots on, but after getting to 18, he was LBW to Hogg. Debutant Jack Leach spent half an hour at the crease without getting off the mark. He was almost taken at short leg off Kerrigan. But the left-arm spinner had to settle for 3 wickets in the end as Hogg got one through Jamal Hussain's defences. And Chappell did the same with a perler, which was far too good for Kirby. That was the last ball of the day, and it had seen the end of the Somerset innings with a total on 149. It was a bad day at the office for the title chasers, who performed so brilliantly all season given their number of injuries. Lancashire will start their second innings on day 3 with a lead of 36.